Mabuhay! Kami ang mata ng medisina and this is Rad Talks. Raw and exposed.
Walang filter,
Just rad realness. And good morning! Welcome to Rad Talks, bridging knowledge, skills, and future opportunities. Your go-to podcast where we explore the exciting world of radiologic technology. We are your hosts. I am Ranyesa.
I am Faye.
And we're thrilled to have you join in today's episode. Whether you're a student, a professional, or just simply curious about the fascinating profession, we've got a lot in store for you.
So, throughout this series or episodes, we'll be talking to experts, exploring real-world experiences, and diving into the future of radiologic technology. Our lineup of speakers will share insights that will help you better understand the impact of radiologic technologies in the healthcare. So, without further ado, let's kick things off.
Yes. Ano ba muna yung topic natin for today's video?
Feeling ko yung topic natin will be about debunking myths and misconceptions in radiology.
Yes. Kasi alam mo ba, nung nakaraan, parang may narinig ako, ginagawa doon ng
Ay,
radiotech.
ako mali yan. Ay,
Radiotech daw tawag sa atin, tapos ang ginagawa natin, nag-aayos daw ng radyo. Ay, feeling ko talagang matatanggal na yung mga concept na yan sa utak ng ating ibang viewers na hindi talaga maalam when it comes to our profession. So, huwag na natin patagalin pa. Tawagin na natin yung speaker.
So, without further ado, let us all welcome
Miss Sarah Soon! Hello, ma'am.
Hi, ma'am.
Good morning. I'm very demure
Morning
nating
po.
professor.
Very mindful.
Yes. So, yun, ma'am. Pwede po bang magpakilala kayo sa aming mga viewers?
Ayan. So, hi everyone. My name is really long, so let's just shorten it sa Sarah Soon. Okay? Ayan. So, I'm Sarah Soon.
And more info, ma'am. Saan po kayo nagwo-work?
Okay. Ayan. So, currently, I am working as a CT technologist for a private hospital here in Metro Manila. Kitang-kita naman po sa uniform ko, no? Hindi ko na yun i-hide. Pero ayun. And I'm also an alumni of the University of Makati. So, it's my alma mater. And halos 3 years na din akong graduate. Ayan. It feels like a lifetime ago. Pero pag iisipin mo, ay, 3 years lang pala. Shocks. Ayun.
City Tech pala si ma'am sa isang private hospital, no? Siyempre, kaya naman yung tinuturo niya sa atin is siyempre kung saan siya magaling.
Which is
diba?
yung city, di ba?
Yes.
Very expert.
Professional na siya sa city, di ba? As a professor po namin sa city na subject, kamusta naman po kami as your students? Kami lahat.
Siguro, let's just put it in a way na big learning curve din siya for me. Kasi ang tagal na ako actually pinapaturo dito sa UMAC. Nila Sir Aldrin, yan. Right after I graduated, ini-invite na ako, magturo ka, ganyan. And at the time kasi sabi ko, di ko pa masusure na gigive ko talaga yung best ko sa pagtuturo at the time. Kasi fresh grad ako, tapos gusto ko talaga muna magkaroon ng clinical experience. Ayan. So, it's been almost 3 years since graduate nga ako. And I felt like it was the right time for me na magturo. Ayan. I'm not the best. Tanungin mo sila, I'm not the best. Tapos, nakikita ko naman din sila nagsustruggle. Pero, ayun, wala naman akong baksak so far. So,
Yes!
it says a lot. Charis! Hindi.
Yeah.
Pero, siguro, kasi yung second years ko, I've been with them since yung previous semester. So, mas kilala ko sila. Okay, yung mga third years ko, hindi ko kayo masyadong as close, I guess, you could say. Pero, okay naman, I guess. Learning curve. Okay, yun. And nag-enjoy naman ako so far. Hopefully, you guys say the same. Pero baka hindi. Binabash na nila ako sa ulo nila. Yan.
I don't agree.
Wow!
Hindi ka nag-agree. Yes, nag-enjoy kami sa klase ni ma'am. Pero, yun po ma'am, before ka naging City Tech, ano po yung gusto mong modality talaga ni handle?
Okay, that's a nice question. Pero kasi, ako for some odd reason, nung start na ako mag-apply sa mga hospitals, I really wanted to go into ultrasound and tsaka or mamo. Feel ko, hindi ko lang sure kung bakit. Hindi ko na natatandaan yung mga reasons behind why. Pero, ayun, although, at that point, sabi ko, any modality, tatahakin ko na. Kasi, pandemic graduate ako, so never akong nagkaroon ng physical internship. Yung senior, junior internship ko, wala ako sa hospital. Ang previous or knowledge ko lang hospital-based would be yung mga observation summer internships natin. Okay? So first year, nag-observe ako sa Philippine Orthopedic Center, ng POC. And then second year, nag-observe din ako sa OSMAC. So at least, may extent naman ako ng knowledge clinically, pero at the time talagang whatever God gives me, I will take na lang. Ayun. Tsaka kasi in the hospital, once you start applying, hindi naman din sure guarantee na whatever you say to the HR, yun ibibigay din sa'yo eh. So, ayun, they would tell you na, sige, we'll consider, pero kung walang opening, sa iba kang department mapupunta. Yan.
Yan, madami palang pinagdaanan si Ma'am since pandemic grad nga siya. And before kayo, Ma'am, naging RadTech, or before nyo nalaman lahat ng everything about RadTech, meron po ba kayong like concept kung ano ba yung radiologic technology, or before pa kayo nag-enroll ng college is alam nyo na agad kung ano yung profession na yun?
Ayan. Okay, what's interesting about me is that pumasok ako sa UMAC, nag-college ako, alam ko na na ang end goal ko talaga is gusto maging RadTech. Hindi ako pinilit, wala akong relatives na nasa RadTech. Meron akong relatives na nasa allied health na career, mga nurses, yan. Pero as a RadTech, I'm the first in the family. Ayan. So, when I was in senior high, I guess you could say, ayun, may classmate kasi ako noon. Tapos, ito yung gusto niyang course. Okay. Ako, gusto ko talagang maging allied health professional. Sabi ko, ayoko maging doktor. Ayoko maging nurse. So, something new. Ganyan. So, something na wala bang nakakarinig. Ayan. Gusto ko maging different. Ganun ako sa person. Pero, ayun, syempre, my mom being an Asian mom, sabi niya, hindi, gusto kong maging doctor ka. Ganyan. So, before, ang mindset ko is, sige, magde-dent na lang ako. Kasi 6 years, doktor na ako. Tapos, I can cater to, my job would be 9 to 5. Wala naman na ER dahil masakit yung ngipin, di ba? Ayan. So, I thought of it as a gateway out. Pero hindi na siya na-manifest into my career now, obviously. So, ayun, my classmate in senior high, sabi niya, oh, I want to take up medical imaging. Yan. Sabi ko, okay. Tapos ginugol ko na lang siya sa bahay kasi wala talaga ako idea. Sabi ko, ano yun? Yan. Tapos yung pala, it is our profession sa ibang bansa. Okay, it's called medical imaging. Ayan. So, doon ko nalaman na, so separate profession pala ang, handling, becoming a diagnostic radiographer. Taga-X-ray, taga-CT, ultrasound, ganyan. Sounds interesting, sounds fun. Ayan. Although initially, sabi ko, shucks, may physics. Hina ako dyan. May maths pa. Naku, parang di ko ata kakayanin. Ayan. But eventually, ayun, sabi ko, sige, ito na nga lang yung iti-take kong course. So dito ako napadpad. And somehow, along the way, naging, I guess, ano na lang din yun, path ni God for me. Kasi, ang successful ng story ko parang hindi siya sobrang naging mabigat sa akin throughout my college years. So, ayun. Hopefully, kasi kayo, na parang halfway through na kayo sa college life nyo So, although I would say naman din na not everyone knows where they're supposed to be. I was there also, pero eventually, I found my way. Pero, ayun, it doesn't mean naman na iti-take nyo tong RadTech, tatapusin nyo after 4 years, tapos gagawin nyo siya for the rest of your life. So, be also open to other possibilities. Yan.
So, yun,
That's so
Ma'am.
beautiful. So nice.
So, throughout your journey, ma'am, nang nag-aaral ka pa, meron ka po bang mga misconceptions na narinig from other people na hindi RadTech ang tinitake na course? Or walang alam sa course natin, yung mga like concept nila, ano ba yung mga
Mga
ginagawa?
sabi-sabi.
Yes, yung mga sabi-sabi, chismis. Ano ba ang ginagawa ng mga RadTech?
Oh, definitely. From my own family pa lang, kada uwi ko, mapa-Christmas man or what, ano nga ang ginagawa mo? Yung mga, ano yun? Ayun, so, hindi na siya bago sa akin. Kasi every time I meet someone new, ano ba yun, hindi mo kasi ma-explain talaga yung profession mo eh. Ang siguro yung pinaka-basis lang nila is, taga-X-ray. X-ray. For X-ray po, no? So, pero sobrang lawak kasi din yung field ng radiologic technology. Hindi din lang siyang X-ray, diba? And yes, very common din na maririnig mo na parang, taga-ayos lang ba sila ng radyo? Taga-pindot lang daw, ganyan. May mga, may mga times din sa work, tinatawag din ako, ay, si Doc. Hindi po ako doktor. Or, nurse, ganyan. Hindi po ako nurse. Ayan. So, people really think na ang mga nasa hospital lang is either nurse ka or doktor.
Yes.
Ayan. So, I think, first step mo talaga is, sabihin mo, i-correct mo sila na, hindi po ako nurse, or RadTech po ako, ma'am. Ganyan. Oo. Marami din other misconceptions like, nakakabaog daw ang X-ray. Ganyan. Pero isipin mo, meron akong kakalalang tech, buntis. May mga kakilala din akong tech, ilan na yung anak nila.
Yes.
Right? So, hindi naman not necessarily na nasa profession ka na to and you are being exposed somewhat to radiation, hindi ka naman yung mismong nagpapa-expose eh.
Yes.
Diba? So, marami talagang myths. Oo. Marami din hindi nakakaalam. Ayun.
Ayan. So, natakil nga ni Ma'am yung about sa safety ng patient, ng RadTech mismo, yung mga myths natin, misconception natin, Ma'am, about sa X-rays. So, we just want to clarify po the safety of radiologic procedures for both patient and professionals po.
Sige, let's just talk about patients muna. So, syempre, even in CT, okay, kasi X-ray, CT scan, gumagamit tayo ng X-rays, right? So, first things first, kapag babae ang pasyente nyo, syempre tatanungin mo, ma'am, kailan po yung first day ng menstrual period nyo? Kasi we wouldn't want any pregnant patients to be irradiated. Nakapaskill din naman yan sa mga procedure rooms natin. If you might think that you are pregnant, please inform your radiologic technologist immediately. Ayan. Pinapasign din namin sila na I'm not pregnant just to ensure na we're not liable if ever man na you are denying na buntis ka. I've seen in practice na may na-scan na buntis. Oo. Pero in those cases, kung in denial talaga yung pasyente, hindi na namin yung liability. Okay? Ayan. And then what else? For instance, you are handling pediatric patients. Okay? If ever nanay man yung kasama ng bata, yun, tatanungin mo din siya, same thing, Sila ba ay buntis? So, if hindi, of course, always protect your patients with proper protection. Okay? So, bibigyan mo sila ng lead gown, thyroid shield. Okay? Kasi, ma-expose sila in the process habang hawak-hawak nila yung anak nila. Okay? What else is there? As a tech, syempre, kapag kunwari magmo-mobile ka, keep your distance, diba? Kasi we have what is known as yung distance, time, and shielding in terms of our cardinal principles when it comes to protection, right? So, the best would be your distance kasi you apply what is known as inverse squared law. Wow, nagle-lecture si Ma'am!
Nilapagan tayo ng inverse square law.
Follow for more.
Nag-lecture bigla. Pero ayun, you can always apply distance kasi you would see naman eh. Pero kapag naririnig ko, syempre, since I handle CT, naririnig ko yung mga ibang X-ray tech namin na, pag nagpo-portable, lahat sila, alisan, ganyan. Ay, X-ray, radiation, ganyan. Tapos, syempre, i-distance din naman yung RadTech niya. May sarili silang lead gown. Tapos, you distance yourself, or you can even hide behind, a door, ganyan. Tapos, lahat naman din ng facilities na tinatayo for the radiology department has specific measurements. Hindi lang siya gawa-gawa basta. May mga lead equivalent din na kailangan just to protect, of course, not only personnels but also patients. Okay? Ayan. So, there are always safety involved when it comes to our profession. And ultimo nga tayo, di ba? Pag nasa work tayo, we are wearing our dosimeters. Okay? Dosimeters, they are switched out normally mga 2 months siya. Okay? Tapos mini-measure yun, pinapa-measure yun para alam din nila kung masyado na bang irradiated yung staff. And if may mga, if it goes beyond the range, sobrang taas na ng dose na na-receive ng staff na yun. Kaya questionin din, bakit ang taas? Ano nangyari sa'yo? Saan mo to na isuot? Diba? Kasi dapat every time you go out of your shift, tatanggalin mo na siya, kakapit mo na siya dun sa may control room. Tapos, when you enter for work, tsaka mo lang din siya ibabalik sa sa uniform mo. So, there are always safety precautions involved, and I would like to say na our job is pretty much safe. Ayan. It's just really the general public that thinks na of course, there are risks involved, pero generally, we try to keep it as safe as possible for everyone.
Yun, ma'am, na-discuss po natin yung sa mga patients and sa parent din po ng patient kapag pediatric. Pero we would just like to know if may na-handle na po kayong patients or yung parent po mismo yung may takot sa radiation.
Hindi naman siya unusual na may takot yung patient mismo. So, it's not unusual naman that I have encountered patients who have a fear of being exposed. Now, I have a patient, chest CT scan, takot na takot siya mabaog. So, nagpapalagay siya ng lead gown sa part na hindi expose. So, dito naka-lead gown siya. Ayan. May mga patients din na once you explain, kasi before, for us here in CT scan, syempre, you need the consent of the patient in order to proceed with the procedure. Kasi kung hindi nila bibigay yung consent mo, hindi ka liable ka kung ano mangyayari, di ba? So, pag once na in-explain na namin yung consent na parang you are using radiation to get your CT scan images, may mga ibang patients na ayaw ko. Ayan. So, choice naman yun ng patient mo eh. Okay, they have that autonomy to not proceed with their procedure kasi it's their life. They have that decision. And then, when it comes to pediatric patients, normally kasi, I don't think I've encountered sa pedia mismo. Kasi for them, ang mga patients na si CT scan normally is yung mga as in, bata pa talaga, mga 2 months, 8 months. Kadalasan sila yung nahuhulog. Tapos pinapa-brain plane sila. So, I think sa mindset ng mga parents nun, is more like, the benefit outweighs the risk. Ang sinasabi nga nila. Kasi nga, sumusuka daw yung bata, ganyan. Na-trauma eh. So, they would rather have the CT scan done rather than not, kasi gusto nila talaga malaman kung baka may nangyari na dun sa child nila, right? Though I've also encountered patients who are claustrophobic. Kasi if you are aware, CT scans and MRI machines, they look halos similar na sa isa't isa. The only difference is CT scan is like a donut-shaped machine na sinasabi nga nila. Hindi siya enclosed. Kita mo pa din yung surroundings mo, tsaka palabas yung direction ng table. So, hindi siya the entire time nasa loob ka. Whereas, ang MRI, tunnel talaga siya. Tapos, ang ingay pa, you would hear this pounding noise the entire time na nasa loob ka. So, people associate them na parehas. Yeah. So, I have patients na minsan gusto pa nilang magpa-sedate kahit plain lang yung procedure nila. Less than 5 minutes lang, huwag ka na magpa-sedate, please. Pero, ayan, minsan talaga sobrang claustrophobic nila. And you just have to accept na wala kang magagawa, ganun talaga. And then, may instance ako na claustro siya na patient, nagpahawak na lang siya at sa asawa niya the entire time nagsascan siya. Oo. So, I think really, when it comes to patients who are scared, you just have to give them the benefit of the doubt and then reassure them that it's not scary. May mga patients din nagtatanong, masasaktan ba ako pag sinitiskan ako? Ma'am, wala kang mararamdaman. Picture lang po siya. Picture lang. Wala kang mararamdaman. Ayan. Though, ayun, syempre, you as a tech also have to be understanding kasi minsan may iniinda sila, minsan takot din talaga sila. So, if you can't do anything anymore and you know you've said all that needs to be said, decision na nila yun. Ayun, then you just have to respect it. Ayun.
Ayun. So, iba-ibang cases na rin talaga yung na-handle ni ma'am throughout her 3 years.
Experience.
Yes, 3 years. Kasi ma'am, pero ang dami niya nang na-experience sa RadTech. So, kanina po ma'am, nabanggit nyo na minsan ang iniisip ng mga tao ay ang hospital is meron lang doctors, nurses. So, how do you differentiate po ba RadTech to other medical professionals?
It's hard really to make known our profession kasi nga nasa radiology department lang tayo. Di naman din araw-araw in a year, siguro isang beses ka lang magpapa-x-ray, diba? For APE, ganyan. Or sobrang rare din na not unless, kunwari, sumakit ulo mo, ganyan, constant ang migraines mo, tsaka ka pa lang ipapa-MRI. So, our profession is really not well known. And it's been years, okay? Ang tagal ng buhay itong profession na to. But still, people don't know about it. I think really the only way in which you can raise awareness is to make people aware in the first place. Ayan. Having things like these is also really beneficial. Kasi, syempre, you're posting this on Facebook.
Yes.
Diba? Ang daming makakakita nito. Oh my God.
Famous na tayo, ma'am. Mama,
Oo
nasa
nga
TV
eh.
na ako!
Oo. Ayan. So, people will be more informed about our profession in this sense as well. And then, in the hospital, syempre, if you encounter a patient na sasabihin, nurse, ganyan, i-correct mo sila. Diba? Para, syempre, mas aware sila na parang, hindi lang pala nurses ang nandito. Okay, may mga radtechs din. Yan. Even nga mga mga PT, ngayon na lang siguro nila na iisip na may ganun pala talagang nakalaan na profession para sa therapy, ganyan, mga speech therapists. Yan. People also do get confused between kasi ang nakasulat din minsan sa badge nila is, may RT din, ang kanya tinatawag, pero mga respiratory therapists sila. Okay, so that is a whole other profession din. Sila yung nag-handle naman ng mga ventilators, mga high flow. Ayan, sila nag-regulate ng oxygen ng mga patients na naka-intubate. Ayan. So, minsan nakakalito din, anong RT? Di ba RT ka din?
Actually, ma'am, ako rin, nalita ako dati na hindi ko nga po alam anong tawag kapag naging registered na ang mga respiratory therapies. RRT din po ba?
Hindi sila RRT, parang RPTR? Basta, I'll tell you later.
PM mo na lang.
Alam to, ma'am.
Nalilito din ako, pero hindi sila RRT. Meron din silang specific na nakalagay sa uniform nila.
So, unique po kami, guys. Kami lang ang nag-iisang RRT. Okay? So, thank you so much po, Ma'am Sarah, for that very knowledgeable experiences.
Yes, we are honored.
Yes, first honored, second honored.
Natin honored ang viewers.
Yes!
Congrats, guys!
We are very honored. Hindi, ang dami ko natutunan sa mga sinabi ni ma'am. Kasi yung mga sinabi niya is based on her experience. And also, nirelate niya dun sa mga subject natin na inaral, di ba? Siyempre, yung mga, yung mga dosimeter. Yes, yung mga ganyan, yung mga pang-measure. And then yung radiation protection na very important when it comes to practice. So, pero, hindi pa doon nagtatapos, ma'am.
Meron pa, ma'am.
Yes. Kasi mga kami, ma'am, matataas yung magaganda yung intuition namin. I mean,
Girl instincts.
Yes, girl instincts, ma'am.
Nakagather na kami ng questions, ma'am.
Yes, nahulaan na namin kung ano yung mga gustong malaman ng mga tao. Yes. So for ano yung una nating nahulaang tanong?
Feeling ko, ma'am, yung una nilang tanong, what's the most common misconception you've encountered in the field?
Miss Universe?
Yes.
Thank you for that wonderful question. For me, yung pinaka-random, siguro, may patient ako one time, sinabi niya, pwede ba akong maligo after kong i-CT scan? Sabi ko, yes, ma'am. Pwede naman po. Ganyan. I feel like kasi minsan, iniisip nila, once na ine-expose sila sa radiation, they themselves become irradiated, or meaning that they are a source of radiation na. Which is not true. Not unless, kunwari siguro, you are undergoing radiation therapy, let's say. Yun talaga, may ini-implant sa kanila ng mga radioactive nuclides na dinidestroy yung mga cancer cells naman nila. So, to a certain extent, they are radioactive, pero may mga half-lives din yan involved. Mga less than mga 6 hours, i-isolate nila sarili nila. It's also common in mga nuclear medicine procedures. Pero if we are just talking about generally X-ray, CT scans, ultrasound, MRI, you're a normal human being after you are exposed for your scans. Oo. Hindi ka naman magiging source of radiation eh. Ayan.
Yes.
Partner, ikaw ba
Truly.
naliligo ka after?
Siyempre naman. Grabe naman. Hindi na ako naliligo after. Kasi before, dapat naligo ka na. Pupunta ka na hospital, walang
Tama,
ligo. Siyempre. Parang may kilala si ma'am. Napatingin siya. Anyway, so for our next question, ma'am, sabi nung mga tao sa isip ko, how can students and professionals combat these stereotypes or misconceptions?
I think I've mentioned it already. So awareness is always key. You should always provide them factual information regarding their concerns so that they are assured na walang masamang mangyayari sa kanila. And also they are aware na even though our profession uses radiation, both ionizing and non-ionizing, sinasabi nga nila, na it's still a safe practice. Kasi if hindi naman siya safe, bakit ang tagal-tagal na ng buhay itong profession na to, diba? We even have a Radiologic Technology Week every November, right?
Yes, invited kayo.
Kailan? Ayan. So, generally, it's safe. And I hope people wouldn't think na it's not na anymore. There are risks still involved, but again, pag pinapa-x-ray ka, may mga tao din nagtatanong, kaka-x-ray ko lang last week, okay lang ba? Safe ba? Magpa-CT scan ako this week? Ganyan. So, kapag mga post-stroke patients nga, every 24 hours yung monitoring nila. Araw-araw ko silang nakikitang bumababa sa CT scan. So, syempre, all procedures naman should be allocated or should be requested rather by their attending physician. Kung hindi naman sa tingin ng doktor na kailangan mong magpa-CT scan, ba't ka papa-CT scan? Diba? So, may benefit naman siya at the end of the day. And hindi lang yung constant exposure yung habol ng mga doktor sa'yo. Right? So, generally, it's still safe naman. Wala naman yung bearing. And in terms of being exposed again and again, hindi naman din agad yung effect ng radiation sa mga tao eh, di ba?
Kasi ma'am,
Pero
kanina pa eh.
in short, sinasabi nila is you accumulate those radiation exposures eh. Parang more chances of winning na lang ang mangyayari if ever yung cause of cancer mo is because of that radiation exposure. Ayan.
Sana hindi ako manalo sa more chances of
Wag naman. Wag sana mabunot. Iba ka na lang manalo.
Huwag sana mabunot. At dahil dyan, Faye, ayusin muna natin yung mga ugali natin. Demure-demurean muna
Para hindi tayo manalo sa raffle.
Yes, pero hindi
okay.
tayo mabunot. So, next question.
From
Okay.
Self.
Yes, self.
So, ma'am, ang question ni Self ay, ano raw po yung mga challenges na kinakaharap ng radiologic technologies na maaaring hindi napapansin ng ibang tao?
I feel like in general naman, kasi healthcare workers nga tayo, people don't think na Or people think na, puposisyon mo lang naman yung pasyente. Pindot-pindot ka lang ng higang malalim, people just think yun lang yung ginagawa natin eh. Pero I think people also undermine the fact na as a healthcare professional, it's more than that eh. Yes, your duty is physically tiring. Pero also, there is a mental aspect in it na parang iisipin mo pa kung, hala, okay, so hindi makaka-follow to ng instructions. Paano ko tong kukunan ng ganitong procedure? Ganyan. Or, hindi siya nakakaintindi ng English. Paano ko to i-instructan? Ayan. So, there's critical thinking that comes into play as well. Tapos, at the end of the day also, if you are an introvert, tapos sa hospital ka pa nag-work, drain ka na, okay? Kasi, imagine mo yun, 8 hours ka nakikipag-usap sa madaming tao. Hindi naman yung pwedeng nakaganon ka lang sa harap ng pasyente, diba? Alright? So, overall, it's just so exhausting. And I don't think people understand na paano ka napapagod? 8 hours lang yan eh. It's not about that eh. You should try. I think one of the struggles people don't see, para din lang kami mga nurses. Ang nurses palagi silang inuutusan, dami nilang mga charts kailangan i-review, dami nilang mga paperwork. Okay? Mag-administer pa sila ng mga gamot, kailangan pa nila i-calculate ilan yung mga doses. Okay? So, in general, as an allied health professional, we are so undermined about how we do our job. People think it's so easy, but it really is not. And there's so much that goes into it na people don't see in general. So if you see a healthcare professional, be kind to them, okay? And I think in general, as a human, just be kind. May mga pinagdadaanan din tong mga tao na to. Okay, kahit nag-work kami sa duty, ganyan. We're still all humans. So I think that's one of the main
Hardships, ma'am,
yung
na
hardship,
unnoticed ng iba.
na unnoticed sa iba. Tsaka, mahirap din kaya magkaroon ng lisensya. Diba?
Yes.
Kaya, protektahan mo din siya kahit no matter what. Kasi that's your lifeline eh. As much as they say na ang dali-dali daw magkaroon ng lisensya, mas madali din siya nawawala. Alright? Ayan. So,
Thank you for that wonderful answer, Ma'am Zara. So, during our talk or segment today, Ma'am, marami talaga kaming natutunan. And I hope yung mga viewers natin, lalo na yung mga hindi allied health professionals, hindi mga radtecs, or kung mga
Nag-gain ng knowledge.
radtecs man or allied health professionals, pero hindi sila maalam talaga when it comes to our profession. Nalinawan na kayo, no?
Na-safe
Kami
po
ganun-ganun
kami.
lang. Kami ganun-ganun lang. Marami kaming ginagawa, actually. And napakahirap. Mag-aaral ka pa lang, super hirap na. What more kapag sa practice na
Na
yun.
nasa field na tayo.
Yes.
Again, we are safe. For the next nomination.
For the summary, we are safe.
we are safe.
So, thank you so much po, Ma'am Sarah. I hope you enjoyed our talk today. I hope
nag-enjoy naman ako
Yes,
with our
nag-enjoy
discussion.
tayo. Yes.
Sana may nakuha kayo sa akin.
Yes.
And ang mga viewers natin, ma'am, meron yan.
course.
And of course, them.
Siyempre, papanoorin nyo to dapat.
Of course. Like, share. Oh!
Promote. Anyways, thank you so much po, ma'am. And I hope we see you in our future episodes pa. We
Okay,
enjoyed
sige.
talking to you po during our...
On our future endeavors.
Yes. Thank you so much po, ma'am. Palakpakan naman natin si ma'am.
Thank you.
And that's the end of today's episode of Rad Talks, Bridging Knowledge, Skills, and Future Opportunities. I hope our viewers learned a lot for today's episode about the misconceptions in radiologic technology. So, Faye?
And I hope yung viewers natin or listeners din
Yes.
is mag-show ng support sa ating podcast, sa
Yes.
ating Rad Talks by giving us reactions, comments, and shares.
And of course, kung hindi pa kayo na-follow sa aming Facebook page, i-click nyo na yan, UMAC, Institute of Imaging Health Sciences Student Council, para lagi kayong updated sa latest episode ng aming podcast.
And once again, we are your hosts. I am Faye.
And I'm Renyesa, and this is Rad Talks, Raw and Exposed.
Walang filter.
Just Rad Realness. Bye!